How's it going, guys? My name is ScrubLorde, and today we're going to be going over the #1 attack strategy that you need to learn at Town Hall 9, and that's Queen Charge Lalo. But before we get into the video, guys, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications so you never miss an upload. I'm trying to hit 50 subscribers by the end of March, so if every person who watches this video hits that subscribe button, we will get there. I appreciate all the support I've gotten so far. Now let's bring on the Lalo. Alright guys, here is a good template for the kind of army composition that you want to be running for Lalo. You've got your Hound and your Loons, 4 healers for the Queen Charge, we've got some wall breakers to bust her into the base, we have some minions for cleanup, 3 rages for that Queen Charge, a poison for the enemy CC, and 3 hastes. Now, you can run 3 hastes of your own, and a poison being donated to you in the CC, or your own poison and a haste being donated to you in the CC. I prefer to have the haste in the CC and use that higher level haste as the last haste that I use in the attack to push my Loons faster through the very end of the base, because the higher level the haste is, the faster the Loons move. And then of course we have a Hound in our CC. The higher level the Hound, the better. Now what we're looking for in this attack is to start our Queen Charge and funnel our queen. That's why we have the baby dragon. We use the baby dragon on one side to funnel the queen and our king on the other to make sure she's going where we want her to go. Key targets for the Queen Charge are the enemy queen, the enemy CC, 1 to 2 air defenses, and if possible, bonus structures or wizard towers. We're trying to cut a piece out of the base to get good pathing for our Loons. So now that we've got the army taken care of, let's go ahead, hop into some replays, and I'll show you guys how it's done. By the way, we got another Perfect War. If you haven't seen the Perfect War video I put out the other day, I'll put a card for it at the top of the screen. First time we got a Perfect War when the opposing clan actually attacked. This time we absolutely crushed them within the first 3 hours of the war. They hadn't even attacked yet. Alright guys, here's the first replay. Let's look at our first base. What we're looking at here with the Queen Charge Lalo, like I said, is taking out the enemy queen, taking out the enemy CC, and 1 to 2 air defenses. And anything else that you get off of that Queen Charge is bonus. So when you're looking at a base and identifying it, you want to take those things into consideration. What's the best spot to come in with that Queen Charge to get as much value as possible? So in this attack, I start in from the south of the base and I bring my queen up into the 6 o'clock side, bust open 2 layers of walls, get my queen inside this base, take out both air defenses, the enemy queen, and the enemy clan castle. This creates a nice arc of defenses that are taken out. If you look at this as, I don't know, say a donut, and we take out a quarter of that donut, then that gives us good pathing for our Loons over here from the 9 o'clock side, up and around to the 12 o'clock side, over to the 3 o'clock side, and gives us good value on our haste spells to push the Loons through the base. Well, let's go ahead and start this replay. We start off with a Loon and then our baby dragon. The purpose of this Loon before the baby dragon is for it to soak up any black mines that might be on the outside of the base so the baby dragon isn't taken out. Same thing here on our Queen Charge. We throw down a Loon before we throw down our healers so the Loon hits any black mines that might be on the outside of the base so they don't take out our healers. 1 test wall breaker to test for bombs, and then the rest of our wall breakers. Our king comes in to the left of our queen, starting the funnel. Now this right here, popping the king's ability this early in this instance is integral for keeping our queen going where we want. Now the cannon's about to go down. The queen always goes after the closest structure. So if the cannon goes down before this barracks goes down, our queen will walk over here to the west side of the base and she won't take this wall break. Of course, we would be able to fix it by possibly busting in right here on this wall and getting our queen up into this channel. But I want to get inside this expo compartment to cut a nice chunk out of the space. So I go ahead and pop my king's ability so he gets through that barracks before my queen takes out that cannon, and that allows my queen to stay on track and walk up into the channel that I just opened. So king goes on and he's clearing out buildings. We got a rage down on the queen and the healers. Notice where I placed that rage. I placed the rage in an area to get both the queen and the healers, because it's very important. Yes, you want to rage up your queen so she does extra damage and attacks faster, but you need to make sure the healers are raged up so they get that extra bit of healing onto the queen. Queen's taken out the enemy king. Also, the rage is good for the wall breakers. Rage up wall breakers are more likely to take out walls. So enemy CC comes out. It's a dragon and 2 loons. We go ahead, drop our poison, and drop another rage on the queen and healers to keep that queen healed up as she goes through this enemy CC. It's taken down. We've preserved our queen's ability by using the rage. The expo's taken down. Now the queen is coming up and engaging the enemy queen, and she's about to start taking out these air defenses. Exactly what we want. We've got a nice arc cut out of this base. Now she's going to move over to this air defense. Exactly what we want. Now our Lalo starts. Starting our Lalo, we have 3 loons on this cannon and 3 loons on this mortar. Now it takes, I think, 2 to 3 loons to one-shot a cannon. If we're talking about max loons to max defenses, it takes about 3 loons, I think, to take out a cannon and 2 loons to take out a mortar. So you always want to drop 1 extra loon just in case one of them gets taken out by, say, a black mine, so those loons can still one-shot those defenses. Archer towers, I do believe, take 3 loons to one-shot, so you want to drop 4 loons on those. And a wizard tower takes 4 loons, so you want to drop 5 loons on those. Same with an expo. And what that does is as those loons go one-shot those defenses, then they start to clump up and you haste them through and they'll start one-shotting every defense they come across. So we've got 3 loons on this cannon and 3 loons on this mortar. Once they move up to this wizard tower, they will still one-shot this wizard tower because there's more than 4. So queen's taking out the enemy, the air defense. Our lava hound comes in a little bit behind our loons but moves in front of it. And we're trying to put the lava hound on a path. The path is going straight into this air defense, but we're trying to put the lava hound down on a path to make sure that it will pick up any black mines or red mines along the way that may be there for our loons, because we'd rather the lava hound hit the red mines than the loons. Got some more loons coming in over here on the archer tower. A haste spell to push these loons through into the core. A few more loons on this archer tower and wizard tower, and 1 more lava hound. Now the lava hound moves over to this air defense here on the east side of the base. Notice how it picked up those mines. Now behind this we have our minions cleaning up. You always want to set down your minions after your Lalo pushes through. Always set down your cleanup troops as your main kill squad goes through and takes out the enemy defenses so you don't time fail. Got some loons going down to this air defense. Now our loons are nice and clumped up. They're one-shotting defenses, and we're saving our last haste for the back end of this base. We've still got plenty of loons up. It's okay if some get taken out. Now we've got 1 last haste pushing these loons through. They have a nice split, some to the archer tower, some to the wizard tower. Now all the defenses are taken out. Now it's just time for cleanup. Notice the haste spell placements and the timing of them. You want to be patient and make sure your haste spells get as much value as possible. Just like when you're placing a rage spell on something. You want to hit as many loons as possible and get as much value out of that haste spell as you can. We still have a lava hound up. We popped our queen's ability just to get through the wall. Still had the queen's ability. The base was absolutely crushed because we cut an arc in the base, took out the enemy queen, took out the enemy CC, and we took out some air defenses. Now let's go ahead and check out a different style base. Alright guys, here's the second base we're looking at. Just like with the last base, we want to take out the enemy queen, air defenses, CC, and any bonus buildings that we can. So let's identify this base. Our queen's right here. 2 air defenses near the queen. 1 wizard tower, 2 wizard towers. The possibility of our queen getting those wizard towers if we put her in the right spot is very high, so that's great. The enemy CC is a bit high up, But if we can walk our queen up into the range, we can get that CC pull. So what we do with this attack is we're trying to get our queen in this channel next to this wizard tower and air defense and just walk up this channel and take out all of these defenses. We still have wall breakers for this one in case we need the queen to go somewhere else. So let's go ahead and check it out. Queen starts over here on the 8 o'clock side. We throw a Coco Loon down before our healers, then another Coco Loon and our baby dragon to start this funnel. King goes in on the opposite side here on the west side of the base to continue the funnel to make sure our queen stays going up this channel where we want her to go and not walking off to the side. So King's still pushing through. Queen, she's about to get that wizard tower. She's about to step up into this channel. King pops his ability and pulls the enemy CC. Perfectly fine. We've got a rage on the queen as she engages the enemy queen. A couple more loons. Now I dropped these loons on this archer tower right here just to continue the arc of this base, because I want this taken out before I start my Lalo, because I want good pathing for the Lalo. Queen's taking out the Expo, taking out the Tesla. Now she's about to engage the enemy CC. We go ahead and bring in some wall breakers to bust open as many walls as we can. Queen engages the enemy CC. We still have one rage left. So it actually looks like our loons got this archer tower and also got, what was it, a cannon here. I didn't even notice that when I was doing the attack. So Queen steps up. She's starting to engage everything. Another rage just to push her through. Now our healers are getting attacked by the air defense, but that's okay because we're still under rage and we're still getting plenty of value out of this queen. Now she goes after the air defense. One of our healers were taken down, but the queen has done our job. Now it's time to start in with the Lalo. We've got about 6 loons coming down on these cannons. They're going to move from the cannons to the archer tower. 3 loons on the archer tower and 2 or 3 more loons on this mortar. Our second lava hound comes down because our first lava hound is close to being taken out. A couple more loons over here on the east side. Notice I saved some loons to put down over here on the east side because I knew as this big group of loons came in, they would path up through the base. So I needed something to take out the eastern part of these defenses because I knew my balloons were going to path awkwardly because of that. So minions coming down for the cleanup. We've got a couple loons splitting off over here to this wizard tower into the cannon. Another haste dropped here that I should have dropped it a little bit lower, actually, but we have so many loons on this base that it didn't even matter. Now, if this haste was dropped like in the center of this compartment, that would have been better. But we absolutely crushed this space anyway, so it didn't matter. I can always improve. When I look back over my replays, I know I look at things and see what I can improve on. That haste spell placement is definitely something I could have done better. But we still crushed the base. We have plenty of loons up. We still have a lava hound alive. This base was absolutely destroyed. We got lots of value out of our queen charge, going up that channel, taking out those air defenses, the enemy queen, the enemy CC, getting the most value out of the queen charge that we can before we start the Lalo. Now, the reason why I say this is such an important attack strategy to learn is because Queen Charge Lalo can take out any base at Town Hall 9. There is not a single base that can defend Queen Charge Lalo if you do it correctly. So I recommend you practice this attack. This will make you a much better attacker. Master this attack above all others. Above Queen Charge Hogs, above Witch Slap, above Falcon, above Avalanche, above any other attack at Town Hall 9, you need to master Queen Charge Lalo because it stays relevant up through Town Hall 12. It's still used somewhat at Town Hall 13, but with the scatter shots, it's so much harder to do a Lalo because the scatter shots absolutely destroy balloons. But from Town Hall 9 to Town Hall 12, definitely you can wreck any and every base with Queen Charge Lalo, and right now is the time to learn it and to master it so you can crush bases at every town hall you go to after Town Hall 9. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you learned a lot from it. If you did, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and drop me a comment down below. Tell me what you thought of it. I will be having more Town Hall 9 War Attack videos coming out as I upgrade the troops and get them to the levels I need them at in order to do these attacks so I can make these videos. So stay tuned for more content. Stay tuned for more amazing Town Hall 9 War Attacks because there's a lot of them. And as always, guys, have a great day.